Hello friends, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. So this is my last video from Tulum. We're flying back tomorrow, and I thought I'd share with you some of the insights, some of the ideas, some of the realizations I've had since I've got here. And yeah, one that I was really not counting on is actually that I'm not completely insane for spending as much money as I have on studio gear. As you may know, I've been here with just my laptop and some MIDI controllers, and I found it pretty difficult to make music using only VST software, my DAW and the controllers. I know I used to be able to do it, but I just didn't find it as inspiring this time round. I have written full albums just in a laptop, but I've realized I've gotten really used, or should I say spoiled, by using hardware synths and processors, and the whole process just feels so much more alive, and then you can touch everything and the sounds come together quicker. So yeah, I've realized it's not so easy to produce just in software, which in the context of Rapid Flow makes me think about how I can support that in some way beyond the Rapid Flow template, which actually already has a lot of mappings and things that, you know, that it supports a workflow in a DAW. But I'm gonna give that some thought, if I can come up with some cool ways maybe to bridge that gap. And I've actually found that I'm using my own sample packs here a lot, because yeah, the bass sounds, especially in the kick drums, of course, are, you know, they're better than what I have as plugins on my computer. So yeah, I've been using those for the few tracks that I've written here. So yeah, that's my first realization. I'm not a madman for investing yeah, a lot of my disposable income into the studio. The second realization that I've had has been more about just being away from, you know, everyday life, and being in a beautiful, warm place with amazing nature. Just how important it is to somehow find ways to connect with nature. And yeah, I think that would be my recommendation, is if you live in a place that has, you know, nice nature, to get out there as much as possible. It's super inspiring, I think, as a musician. It just kind of, I feel for me that it's filled my head with a kind of vibe that I want to express now in music. So I'm going to make sure that I keep that up when I'm back in Switzerland with my family, because we live also in a place that has good nature. So see about keeping that flow going. What else have I realized? Oh, this was a big one about getting bookings. I don't know, maybe you saw I did a video just a few days ago on how to get bookings as an electronic musician. And this was really an ego chopper, as we like to say. Which is, when I first arrived here, like literally on the first or second day, I discovered that there's this beach club, the rooftop bar right next to our house, and they were playing amazing music. Fernando, really nice sound you play, man. And I went up to check it out, thinking, oh, maybe I could play here. And when I got there, I was like, oh, it doesn't really have, like, you know, proper speakers. It's very small, everything. It's not very loud. And I just kind of said, like, you know, that it doesn't seem like the right place maybe to play like a more melodic techno type live set. And also, you know, in all frankness, coming from playing, you know, really nice indoor clubs and big festivals, maybe I was just also being a bit of a snob about it. I'm just going to call it as it is, you know, saying like, maybe it's not, you know, the right place for me to play. And afterwards, you know, and it took me maybe 2 weeks to at some point realize, like, that's just totally stupid. And that's when I ended up going over there and meeting with Jay. ¿Cómo estás, Jay? Un placer conocerte. And yeah, and a whole bunch of other people that are up there, and just making new friends and being able to play actually 2 live sets up there. That was just really nice. You know, it wasn't like a packed rave, but it was really nice to play some unreleased tracks out. So what I realized is that for myself, I should look at not becoming too preconceived in where it's okay to play or where not. And, you know, like, or not okay, but like, you know, what's a fitting venue and stuff. Like, the coolest things can come out of super unexpected, you know, kitchen raves. I'm sure you've had one of those in your life. So it was a big learning for me to just not be too all like, you know, oh, it has to fit and it has to match to, like, I don't know, the level of whatever I used to be playing at, and to just be humble and just go for it. So if opportunities are there, if you feel kind of a connection, if you like the music that's being played there, even if it's, I don't know, like a cafe or a lounge or a rooftop bar or a beach bar, whatever, you know, just go for it. To just share your art, your creativity, your music, your vibe, and just connect with people, you know, connect with your art, connect with the scene, and don't think too much about, you know, if the place is the right place to play, I don't know, a certain kind of loud music. I just realized it was really stupid on my part. So that was a big learning, to just be more open, to just going with the flow. I guess that's what it really boils down to. So yeah, maybe there's opportunities for you to play that you haven't even thought about because you're waiting for that big club rave. So maybe that's something I can share from that as a learning. What else have I come across here? Maybe just a few words on Tulum in case, you know, seeing this place, which obviously it's super amazing. I mean, my God. Yeah, if you're thinking to come here, we've found it to be a beautiful place. Really, really nice people. Super friendly, really, like the Mexicans that we've met are so sweet, so accommodating. The food has been amazing if you're a vegan or vegetarian. Yeah, amazing fresh produce and great restaurants. I'm going to link a few actually in the description of this video, as well as some beach clubs that have amazing vegan food where we ate, and also where we felt very at home. I have to warn you though that Tulum is pretty touristic and it's quite expensive. Meaning, you know, coming from Switzerland, nothing's expensive, honestly, because Switzerland is kind of the most expensive place in the world to live in, I've read, after Bermuda. But it's still expensive. It feels expensive. It's like the same prices as you would pay for a meal or a beer in Germany. So yeah, if you're coming here, there are ways to kind of live, I think, you know, on a maybe not so high daily budget. But it's also, if you end up in the wrong place and you just order a pizza and some wine, you can end up paying $80, which was a really like a total tourist trap we unfortunately ended up in. So I guess it's really worth getting to know some locals, maybe, you know, renting an Airbnb just for a couple of days and then finding a local place to stay. You'll save a lot of money. Yeah, and finding good places to go on the beach that are not on the touristy, like hotel area, as they call it here, because literally just to go sit on a lounge there, they expect you to spend somewhere between $50 to $150 per person per day. And there's no need to do that, you know, we didn't do that. We were just chilling on the sand as, yeah, as, you know, normal people do. But, you know, there's also nice beach clubs like the one where I am right now, which is called Astral. It just opened. It's actually our favorite. I can really recommend it. It's beautiful. I'll link it below. Everything's fresh, everything's new. The people are really nice, the vegan food, and it's been amazing. So yeah, there's other places where you can go that are not that overpriced. So that just maybe to share on Tulum. Absolutely worth it as an experience. Would I come back? Maybe in the circumstance of, I don't know, maybe like booking or coming through here to play in different places, sure, but to really do a long extended vacation, I think I would like to look for something that's maybe a little bit less touristic. That's kind of my takeaway from it. Although we've loved being here, it's been amazing. Yeah, and then my last realization, and it's a little bit of a more serious one, so I hope you bear with me, but I think it's really important. You know, like we talk a lot about all these very niche topics here with music and production and techniques and gear and stuff, but you know, being here has really reminded me again of just, you know, how privileged I am, and probably many of us are, in the situation we live in kind of, you know, Europe, the States, maybe Asia Pacific, because seeing how poor some people are here and how hard some people have to work really tough jobs in the blazing sun doing construction, and people going, you know, from beach club to beach club, just selling little things that they've just made with their hands, you know, just to make a living, to get by, and even with their little kids and everything, you know, it really touched my heart. It's something that I haven't like seen that clearly since I was traveling in India, which, yeah, changed my view on these things forever. So what I've decided to do is to find a cool project here in Tulum that I can donate some money to in the name of Rapid Flow, in the name of all of you actually also. And to try to make a difference. Maybe there's something here for kids, or maybe there's something here for, I don't know, maybe for older people. I'm not sure what I can find, but I'll find a project here and yeah, and share some money, some of our revenue with that project, just to try to make a little bit of a difference, and to give something back also to a place that's nurtured us, and a community that's held us and welcomed us, and that we were very privileged and very grateful to be welcomed so nicely by. So yeah, that's it from me in Tulum. Yeah, this is probably my last video. I don't think I'm going to be doing anything from the airport or anything like that. So yeah, we're going back to the studio, going back to full nerdery with all the gear, and I have a few ideas already for some videos I want to share with you. Definitely going to be doing more track in an hour videos. Let's see if we can get really down to a properly mixed and even like automated track in an hour. So I'm really looking forward to that. You can imagine how much I'm looking forward to being in the studio again. So that's coming up soon. Thank you for those of you that have followed me and kind of, you know, watched my ramblings on music related topics and not so music related topics over the last few weeks. It's really nice to have this little community of other fellow musicians out there. And yeah, if you have any thoughts or feedback or comments, ideas for videos you would like to see in the future, you know, any suggestions maybe for a charity or some kind of a, you know, a cause that I could donate some money to here, then yeah, by all means I'm open, and I love to read your feedback in the comments. And yeah, I will see you on the other side when we are back in Europe. All right, everyone, take care, stay inspired, and see you soon. Bye bye.